Hardball, also known as Roger Brokerage, is a human mutate, affiliated with Hydra, Heavy Hitters, and the Initiative. His abilities include the ability to create a variety of energy balls, normally originating from his hand, including heart energy and electromagnetic energy. Roger Brokerage is one of the new Initiative recruits who arrives with Cloud9, MVP, Trauma, Komodo, among many others.
He appears to have a very outgoing personality, harassing Thor Girl on the bus ride in. During a training mishap with Armory, he exhibits the ability to create an energy ball that deflects the lethal blast from Armory's Tactagon. He attempts to capitalize on his new position by flaunting his abilities at a bar in Stanford.
Later, it's revealed that Roger was given his powers by the Power Broker. Hardball was then forced to work for the Power Broker, and was ordered to rob an armored car. He used his new powers to knock the car over while coincidentally a little girl entered the street at that time, in the path of the car.
Wonder Man, who had just happened to be flying by, misinterpreted this act as heroic, and swiftly recruits him into the Initiative. The Power Broker then sold his contract to Hydra, commanded by Congressman Woodman, in order to penetrate the Initiative. When S.H.I.E.L.D. agents were investigating the attack on Gauntlet, they found the Cape Killer armor Hardball used to infiltrate the labs at Camp Hammond to steal the spin tech dart.
Hardball steers them away from discovering his mission by leaving a note hinting that they should take a look at the labs. Feared that the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents would find out about the MVP clones made Gyrich call off their investigation. When he completed his training, Hardball was assigned to Nevada's Initiative team.
He appears with the heavy hitters, including Gravity, Nonstop, and Telemetry, helping the Skrull Kill Crew and 3D Man deal with a Skrull posing as a still unnamed team member. He then leaves with Komodo, 3D Man, and the crew to help the other Initiative teams. Later, Hardball's status as an agent for Hydra led to a confrontation against the rest of the heavy hitters and Komodo.
Hardball kills Congressman Woodman, effectively becoming the new leader of Woodman's Hydra cell. This ends his relationship to the Initiative. Hardball is revealed to be running a Hydra training camp in Madripoor.
The Shadow Initiative arrived in Madripoor to capture him, only to be caught off guard with enhanced spin tech darts that drain Komodo's powers. The Shadow Initiative briefly retreats, returning and claiming they wish to switch sides, allowing them to gain access to the Hydra base's weapons and take them down from within. During the fight, it's revealed that Hardball only joined Hydra because he had no alternative.
He willingly surrenders to Constrictor, and is incarcerated in the Negative Zone prison. Hardball is conscripted by Blastar to serve him when he invades the prison, but Hardball aids the Shadow Initiative when they arrive to liberate the prison. He was then placed on the Shadow Initiative as a result of his efforts, prompting Komodo to quit the team.
Hardball gets involved in the three-way battle between the forces of Camp Hammer, the Avengers Resistance, and Nightmare. During the battle, Nightmare gives Hardball visions of his brother calling him a liar and threatening to cripple him. When the Avengers Resistance invades Camp Hammer, Hardball and Cloud9 walk in on a depowered Komodo, holding Baron von Blitzsklag at gunpoint.
They take her gun away, but only so she doesn't shoot Hardball before he can inject her with something that inhibits the spin tech in her bloodstream. Finally, the Baron surrenders, and offers to give the three heroes a flash drive containing records of every illegal order Osborn gave at Camp Hammer in exchange for leniency. Later, Hardball is one of the many guests invited to the Avengers Academy prom night.
After seeing Komodo flirting with Reptile, he threatens him to stay away from her. When Speedball steps in to break it up, Hardball attacks him, and he retaliates by sealing him inside an energy bubble. Later, Hardball appears at a meeting held by Prodigy, regarding magical hammers that have crashed into the earth.
He helps the team in battling Juggernaut, who was transformed into Korth, Breaker of Stone, in Las Vegas, Nevada, as well as rescuing survivors. When he blows up a fraction of the city, in an attempt to stop Juggernaut, he is confronted by Gravity, who condemns his carelessness. They later battled Thor Girl, when she regained her designate powers.
Hardball later appears amongst the heroes on Jeremy Briggs' team. The full extent of his powers is unknown. He appears to be able to create balls of solidified energy that he can use as a defensive shield. He can also use them in hand-to-hand combat by maintaining energy spheres around his fists, increasing the impact of his punches and protecting his hands from damage.
These energy balls can be quite powerful, since they manage to deflect energy blasts from Armory, which previously had pierced through Ultimo's armor. He can imprison multiple nearby opponents in larger versions of these spheres. He can also create electromagnetic balls of energy that can momentarily scramble electronic locks and cameras. He has not yet informed the Initiative the full extent of his powers.